Guys, honestly, just watch this video through in its entirety. I'm gonna break down exactly why, if there was a social media marketing agency cheat code, this right here would be it. This is not BS, this is not clickbait. I'm actually gonna be breaking this down with logic and straight mathematics. This has got nothing to do with luck, nothing to do with he said, she said, nothing to do with none of that. Guys, I've been through so many freaking programs and people have been asking me like, what's the difference between my kind of like systems and all the other guru systems? And I'm like, bro, let me just break this down to you mathematically. If there was, again, a actual cheat code for social media and for running an actual social media marketing agency, this would be it, guys. Again, this is not clickbait. I'm actually just gonna jump straight into this, guys. Please just watch this video through. I keep repeating myself over and over and over again, guys. I know that this sounds like a broken record, but I'm telling you guys, if you follow this through, this actual method, you will change your life. I've literally made around, I think it's like 13 at the time of recording this, 13 people have actually gone through my program and stuff like that. I'm not trying to sell you on the program. There will technically be a plug at the end, but that's only for those people that want to take it to the next step. If you don't want to buy my program, do not buy it. You can literally leverage this system by yourself, guys. Literally by yourself. Anyway, guys, I've literally made around 13 or something like that. Actual business owners go from like 0 to 10K per month with the actual agencies in the last 14 months, something like that. I've actually got the statistics. I've actually got the statistics on Agent Fragmentation website. By the way, that program is actually going up on the 5th of October. I have given you ample warning. I'm not plugging that, or technically I'm just giving you a freaking warning, guys. Anyway, let's jump straight into my computer. Guys, this is the actual SMMA cheat code. I am not joking. Now, me personally, I'm not into believing in get rich quick. I don't believe in cutting corners. In fact, my number one saying is, do not cut corners, because if you cut corners, corners will come back to cut you. But this is technically the quickest way I've ever seen anybody go from 0 to 10K. It is the most surefire way as well. Let me explain why, and I'm actually going to explain why, not with like airy fairy arbitrage kind of like words. I'm actually going to show you with real mathematics why this actually works. So let's jump straight into this. So guys, first of all, we need to establish a fact, and if anybody says otherwise, right, they're actually talking BS. The first fact we need to establish is the more outreach you do, right, the more clients you're going to land. That's a fact. You cannot argue with that. That's almost like arguing with 2 + 2 = 4, like I like to say. It's almost like arguing with, let's say you're on friggin' Instagram and you're trying to DM girls. This is a stupid example, but you guys will get the point. If you're trying to DM girls, right, I don't know, to get a DM back, you go and send 10 DMs to random girls, you might not get a respond back. But if you go and DM 1,000 girls, you're definitely gonna get some DMs back. It's the same thing with SMA. The more outreach you do, the more clients you're gonna get. Now, to add to that, especially, this is the bit that a lot of people kind of like mistake as well, you need to do lots of outreach that's actually quality outreach. So the more quality outreach you can do at scale, the more clients you're going to get. I don't know why anybody thinks they can argue with that. You cannot physically argue with that. That's almost like saying if you're in a basketball game and you take, I don't know, 10 shots a game, you're going to score lots of points. You're probably not. You need to probably take 100 shots in basketball to score. The more shots you take, the more you're going to score, just by the law of averages, if you will. I know that that's technically classed as not a real thing, but you guys, you know what I'm talking about. The more door knocking you get, the more yeses you're going to get eventually, guys, is what I'm trying to say. Now, let's talk about some realism as well. This is what's missing out in the SMA space right now. A lot of people think you can just come in and close a client for every 100 emails you send. You guys, you can't do that. Like that, those days are long gone. I don't even know if those days actually really existed. I don't know what it is in this SMA space, but it actually requires a lot of work, which is why I call this realism and what it actually realistically takes to get yourself to that 10K per month mark. Now, let's break down some real numbers. That being said, I'm being very passionate about this video, guys, because honestly, this will change your life. It changed my life. It's changing hundreds of people's lives inside of Agent Fragmentations. I just want to give you this for free. And all I ask for in return, by the way, if you haven't already, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not joking. This is free. This will change your life. Please just try it. I know you've been burnt by all these gurus. I know you've been through all these programs and stuff like that. I am begging you, please just try this. The reason why I'm so passionate about this is because the friggin' recession is here, aka it's coming, you know, blah blah blah. Arguably it's here, basically, long story short. And people are gonna get wiped out. You are going to get wiped out, guys. Now, that's not no scarcity thingamajig. Go and look at the friggin', just Google like what the gas prices are right now. Just Google what the prices of how much it's increased over the last couple of months, last year. You tell me if that's a scarcity tactic or I'm just speaking facts. Exactly. Anyway, let's jump into some realism right now. Let's say it takes you 1,800 emails just to land a single client for 2K per month revenue. That should say per month, by the way. per month revenue. And you're gonna outsource the actual work. Let's say this is a Facebook ad client for e-commerce. That's like a very cliche niche. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's a good niche to get into or a good service to get into. That's a story for a different video, if you will. That's a completely different video. But let's say you're just going after e-commerce brands and you're trying to close them for 2K per month. And you're gonna outsource the actual Facebook ads for $500 per month because you're not the best at Facebook ads, which is completely fine. So you're gonna the actual net profit of that is going to be 1.5K, which I feel like is very, very realistic and normal everyday numbers. We're not even talking ROAS deals here yet. So forget about that just right now. I don't wanna confuse anybody. Just keep this super stupidly simple so everybody can understand this. Again, I'm being super passionate about this, but you guys need to listen to what I'm about to say because this is some real free game here, guys. I know that, like I said, I know that you guys are being burnt by YouTube videos. I know that you're being bouncing around from this person saying this thing and then this person saying this thing and it's contradicting each other. Forget all of that. Just listen to this. Please promise me you're just gonna listen to this. Okay, cool. So let's say you're gonna close clients for 2K per month, outsource it for $500 per month. That means you're going to make around 1.5K per month. Obviously, exactly 1.5K per month net after your outsourcing costs. That means if you want to get to 10K per month, the infamous number, you're going to need to close 7 clients. If you do the maths, it's something like 6.66 or whatever it is. But we're gonna round it up to 7 clients. That basically means you're gonna have to do 1,800 emails for one client and then times it by 7 because you need 7 clients. That means you're gonna need to do 12,600 emails to get 7 clients. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I'll go back real quick. 1.8K emails you need to send to land one client. Sounds like a lot. It is a lot. And these are realistic numbers. So get all those other numbers out of your head that you was thinking that you could just send like 200 emails and get one client every 200 emails. Yeah, that's done. Forget that. Forget all of that. It's around 1,800 emails. Hypothetically speaking, it's normally around 1,800 emails, 1,600, 1,000, beyond that. It could be up to 2,000. It doesn't even matter if it's 2,500 emails you need to send per email, per one client. These numbers will still work out. You can mix and match these numbers. Just do what I'm doing on the actual screen and reverse engineer it. So let's say you're doing 1,800 emails and you're landing one client every time you do that. Well, then you just need to do that 7 times over to get 7 clients, which then is going to equal a 10K per month business. So if you figure out how much, if you take the 1.8K times it by 7, that's 12.6K emails you need to send to individual businesses, not including the follow-ups just yet. We'll talk about follow-ups in a second. Well, with follow-ups, that's actually going to be about 50.2K because I do recommend having around 4 follow-ups. So, well, it's the initial email and then 3 follow-ups. So you've got initial email, that's the first email that goes out. Then you've got a bump, then you've got a kind of like a case study, and then you've got a breakup email. That's 4 emails you're sending for one business. So you've got 4 emails total to one biz. Okay, cool. So you've got the initial email that's going out, then you've got follow-ups that go out. You've got 3 of them. So that's 4 emails in total. So that's 50.2K emails that you need to send, which is obviously nuts. And by the way, you definitely need to do follow-ups. The reason for that is because you're probably not going to land a client on, like when you reach out to somebody for the very, very first email, they probably ignore it. 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to ignore it. Now, let's say your goal, like I said, is to get to 10K, but this time we're going to put a time frame to it. Let's say you want to get to 10K per month USD, net profit, that is, net profit. You're going to do that in 6 months. Well, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to do 50.2K emails, so 50,200 emails. I'm not even joking. And that's to 12,600 businesses. Because again, each one of these businesses, just take this number here, times it by 4, and you get this number right here. That's basically what we're doing for the follow-ups. What you're going to do is you're going to take the 50.2K emails and divide it by 180 days because we've got 180 days in 6 months. 90 days is 3 months, double that is 6 months, so that's 180 days. That basically means we need to be doing 280 emails every single day. Now that probably to the average person listening to this right now is like, how on earth, Montel, am I supposed to be doing 280 emails a day? The answer is you're not. That is the key. This is the cheat code. You yourself doing 280 emails by yourself every single day. It's not physically possible. This is the point. This is the point I'm trying to make. You're not supposed to be doing that. So let me break down exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Number 1, you're going to use something like Lemlist. Lemlist is a cold email automation tool. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. Or you can use something like woodpecker.co. These software right here basically do the exact same thing. They're cold email software. These are different from stuff like MailChimp. MailChimp is like an email newsletter responder. So when somebody signs up on your website for like a freebie, that's when you get them in your that's when you would send them emails via MailChimp. Whereas Woodpecker and Lemlist are like for cold emails, for automating your cold emails. Cold emails are when you reach out to a prospect who's a business owner and you've never reached out to them before. Now, woodpecker.co actually have a deal on right now. I just checked their website and they have a deal on right now, which I'll talk about in a second. But these basically allow you to automate, these softwares right here, allow you to automate your follow-ups. So technically speaking, the work you have to do is just the initial 12,600 emails, because the software itself, Lemlist or Woodpecker, is going to automate these free follow-ups. So all you need to do is focus on the initial 12,600 emails and getting those written out and actually sent out, if you will. And then the software itself will track who's opened your emails and who's not responded and who needs what follow-up. So it basically will do the follow-up kind of like, automation for you. That's why I love these software. So you just need to focus on the 12,600 emails. Now, if you take the 12,600 emails and you divide it by 180 days, now you've got a more manageable number, first and foremost. So this is point number one, which basically brings it down to 70 outreach you need to do per day to new businesses. And I call this the initial outreach. You just need to do the initial outreach because you've already got free follow-up emails lined up in a campaign inside of Woodpecker, inside of Lemlist, already pre-written and automated. So when you email somebody and they don't respond back after like 3 days, this software, Lemlist or Woodpecker, they both do the same thing. They will automatically follow up with that business to try get them to respond back to you, basically. Long story short, they automate the follow-ups. And if they don't reply to that second email, maybe 4 days later, they get sent another email. If they don't reply to this third email here, they then, after like 5 days, they get the actual last and a fourth email, which is what you call the breakup email. So that's basically how you're gonna automate that. So all you need to do is realistically reach out to 70 new businesses every single day for 180 days straight. That still, to the untrained ear, is a lot of work, because if we actually take it, right, and actually proper do like actual real outreach, it's gonna take us around 15 minutes per email just to get enough personalization in the email. By the way, personalization in your email is not some wishy-washy stuff. It would be like, hey Montel, really love the video you just dropped on your YouTube channel about the SMMA cheat code. I really love the point you made about being real with your numbers. You can't use a software or you can't guess that up. Basically, if you were to say that to me in an email, I would instantly know that you've watched this video and you took in a point from this video and you've regurgitated it back to me. That's like a nod to me, to Montel, saying that yes, I've actually watched your video and I actually took a point away from it, and I genuinely couldn't have used a software to freaking automate that. That's what it's really saying. It's really saying that you've not used an automated software to send me that message, which basically means I've got more respect for you now, because you've actually took the time out of your day to write me a personalized message. This is why people who use automated personalized first line writing email softwares don't get it. They just don't get it. They've just got this hard on for, I don't know what it is. They've got this hard on for just trying to automate everything. I don't know what it is. But long story short, guys, it will take about 15 minutes per outreach. So if you do the maths, if you need to do 70 outreach per day, you take times the 70 outreach times 15, it comes out to 1,050 minutes of work every single day, which is roughly 17.5 hours of time every single day, which is why I keep saying that you trying to do this by yourself is physically impossible. You're not supposed to be doing this by yourself. You need to grow an outreach team, which solution 2 now comes into play. So the first problem is you need to do lots of outreach, more outreach than you actually thought. Second problem is that it takes too long. Third problem now is that you're probably going to need to outsource the work. Now let's talk about that. Now, what you want to do is to fix this problem here of it taking 17 friggin' hours a day to do the work. You need to hire at least 2 virtual assistants. So this is solution 2, which is to hire and train 2 virtual assistants. Again, the actual training that I give my virtual assistants is actually inside of HR Rotation. You don't even need to create your own training. It took me 8 months to create this one Google sheet. I'm not even joking. If you guys are inside of HR Rotation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a Google friggin' sheet with like 15 videos in there, and it's like a miniature course that I basically created myself of me telling like a virtual assistant what to do. I've recorded it as like a miniature course, gave it to my virtual assistants, and then just follow the course, and they become an actual properly trained personalized first line writer, aka email sender, whatever you want to call them. Now what you want to do is you want to go and find these 2 people from Upwork or Fiverr, and then what you want to do is you get them to send 35 emails a day each. So now one person, 2 people, you've got both of them sending 35 emails a day. If you do the math, that's 70 outreach per day. Now you're gonna pay them roughly around 480-ish to about 520-ish US dollars per month. Then you've got you're gonna need 2 Lemlist accounts, or you can use Woodpecker, which has a discount right now. They've got 2 spots you can actually use for the price of 1. So I'd probably use Woodpecker right now if I was you guys to do this exact same thing. And you're gonna need 2 burner domains. A burner domain is the email address you use knowing that it's going to get burnt out eventually, but you use it for cold emails and you allow it to get burnt out. Basically, a burner domain it's almost like your main domain. Your main domain might be, you know, abcmedia.com, but your burner domain would be abcmedia.net or .org. It's the dot at the end. The .org.net makes it a whole new domain, which basically means you can send emails on that domain now without burning out your main domain, if you will. Now, the overall cost of this will be around $610 US. Now, here's the next problem. You're probably thinking, okay, cool, Montel, I understand this. This actually makes sense. I need to do lots of outreach to get lots of clients. That's cool. I understand that. Probably to do that much outreach, it's going to take me a long time. So the actual solution for that is to hire virtual assistants. So can you see how it's sequentially starting to build up? First of all, you need to do lots of outreach. Lots of outreach requires lots of time. Well, to figure out how to, you know, do lots of outreach, which is going to take you a lot of time, you're probably going to need to duplicate yourself and hire a team to do this for you, to outsource it, if you will. So you've got 2 people, 2 VAs. But then the next problem is, okay, cool, but how on earth do I afford £610 US dollars, excuse me, per month for this particular system, if you will? Well, that's where the third solution comes in. You want to use something like Upwork to scale to around 2K per month net profit and then pay for the above system, which is $610 per month. Now, the reason why I said get to 2K per month using Upwork is because Upwork is a much easier place to get clients. It's much quicker, much simpler, and it's a warmer traffic source. Not only that, but you can get inbound leads as well. I've made so many videos on Upwork. I don't want to explain it right now. I'm not affiliated with Upwork, but this is literally the hybrid system and how it works. And I always recommend having at least 3 extra expenses. So if you take this number, times it by 3, it comes out to like, I don't know, $1,830 or whatever it is, but I just rounded it off to 2,000. And the reason why you always want to have your expenses at least 3 times over is because it shows that you genuinely can afford that. So this is the hybrid system. You see how it builds up though? You see, I'm breaking this down with sheer maths, guys. 1,800 emails to get 1 client, times that by 7, it's 1,260. This is straight maths, guys. There's no luck involved here. It's just straight numbers, straight maths. That's why I love it. You can optimize these numbers as well. Then what you can do is, you know, you include your follow-ups. That's 4 emails to 1 business in total. That basically means you're going to be sending 50.2K emails. But realistically, if you use a software like Lemlist or Woodpecker, you can automate your follow-ups. Therefore, you need to just focus on emailing 12,600 different businesses. To find 12,600 businesses, you're going to need a larger niche, if you will, or even expand out, if you will. Or you can use stuff like looking online for like what you call technology lookup sites, where you can actually go and find people's like e-commerce stores, and you just go download a whole bunch of lists. Or you can go and hire a lead source to find you all these businesses. Whatever you need to use, go and do that. Again, this is also taught inside of age traumatization. But long story short, the third solution now, like I said, this is going to cost you money. It's going to cost you money. So where'd you get the money from? Well, what you can do is you can use Upwork to scale to like 2K per month net profit. I've had students do this in literally 2 days, 3 days, a week. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure you've seen the results. If you want to see the results, just go to my Instagram account. It's just montel.gordon. And then you're just going to go literally to this particular thing here. And this is my Instagram, and then just go to my highlight section. You'll see all the results. Now, this is the hybrid system. This is what I've been creating. This is the difference, and this is what cannot be beaten right now. It cannot be beaten. Now, instead of me trying to sell you on the hybrid system, I just want to ask you a question. Do you actually genuinely see why logically and mathematically this makes sense? Please tell me you can see it. Please tell me you understand that the more clients you reach out to, the more clients you're probably going to get. Please tell me you understand that doing more outreach obviously requires more time in your day. Please tell me you understand that if you was to duplicate yourself by hiring 2 people, then your time is free to do outreach yourself. So you can hire 2 people and still do outreach. So now you've gone from doing maybe 20 outreach a day by yourself to doing, I don't know, 70 outreach from 2 VAs, and you've got another 25 outreach doing by yourself. That's literally 95 pieces of outreach. You see the difference? You see the difference? So please tell me you understand, right? And this is simply put, that if you need to do 12,000 outreach to land, 12,600 outreach to land 7 clients, and you're sending 20 outreach a day by yourself, because you're not thinking smart and you've gone through all the gurus programs, and this is exactly what they teach, by the way, it's gonna literally take you 630 days. I'm not joking, do the maths. Literally, you could take 12,600 outreach, divide it by 20 outreach per day. This is how many days you're gonna be spending doing outreach. That is literally 1.7 years. No wonder in hell why you guys are not scaling to 10K per month. Can you see it now? Please tell me you can see it. Now, if you're doing 70 outreach a day, it's only gonna take you 180 days, because you're clearing this number in a short amount of time because you're doing more outreach per day. Please tell me that makes sense to you guys. Please, maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe it's just me that can see numbers. Hopefully you guys can do maths, simple maths. This is literally simple maths, guys. But this is the hybrid system. This is why it works, and this is what I've been teaching. This is why I'm actually able to take 2 students, and I'm confident in saying this. You can literally put a student, 2 identical twins in my program and your favorite guru's program. Don't even care who it is. And I guarantee you, my student will always come out to 10K per month faster than the other student in the other program. The reason why is because I'm gonna get them to use Upwork first to stack up like to 2K, like really quickly. Then they're gonna take this 2K and they're gonna implement this system right here to land their 7 clients. They're just gonna literally use Upwork as the fuel money to fuel the other system. That is literally all I'm teaching, guys. That's literally it. And that is the hybrid system, and that's why it cannot be beaten. And if you're asking like, why is your course different to any other gurus that's teaching SMMA? This is it. This is literally it. It cannot physically be beaten. Other gurus have not thought about this yet. I literally created this system. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this. I hope even if you don't want to enroll in instrumentation, it's completely fine. Please just use this and think about it logically and with maths. You can obviously see this work. You can obviously understand why this works, guys. Anyway, guys, if you do want to enroll inside the instrumentation, don't forget that it is going up from 797 to 997 USD on the 5th of October. I've given you ample warning. I've been talking about this for so freaking long, guys, but I've given you ample warning. Anyway, guys, you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.